Today we're going to be doing the 2023 makeup favorites tag. I am a little bit under the weather, and by a little bit, I mean I feel like I got hit by a truck, but I'm really excited about this tag and I really wanted to do this video. So if I sound off, that's why. I'm just on the struggle bus. This was started by Cassie, aka a makeup journey, friend of the channel. We love Cassie, and I will list all of the questions in the description box. If you have an Instagram or a YouTube channel, please take part. I would love to see your answers. And if not, if you don't have any social media, put your responses in the comment section. I would love to see. Favorite palette of 2023. Already I'm cheating. I have 2 answers to this question. Okay, but hear me out. The first palette is the Viseart Petite Matte Cool. I cannot believe I've only had this for less than a year, but this has been like my workhorse staple palette. I freaking look at all the tips I have. I've had this for less than a year and I've hit pan on 2 shades, and look at this. I've used the shit out of this palette. I just love it so much. Like, this is everything I love. I love Viseart's matte formula. I love the colors in here. Like, when I don't know what to pair with an eyeshadow, I always reach for this palette. It's just like my fail-safe, foolproof, perfect everyday palette. I love it so much. I'm editing this video and I realize I failed to communicate 2 things. 1, the Viseart palette is my favorite utilitarian palette. The next is my favorite like creative palette. 2, some of these products I received in PR and I'm affiliate with a brand. Any of those products I will indicate on screen as well as in the description box. Okay, thanks, bye. Second one, this was a surprise to me. The recently Deinfluenced palette from BellaBeautéBar. This palette completely caught me by surprise. When I first saw the color story, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing, but I wasn't like immediately vibing with it. It's just not something I typically gravitate to. Something about the curation of shades in here is so inspiring to me. It wasn't until I actually dipped into it and started to like conceptualized looks that I really saw how genius this color story is. These mattes, first of all, the matte formula I freaking love from BellaBeautéBar, and these 2 oranges in particular are just so special. And then the shimmers. Okay, Digital Zombie, can we just take a moment? Are you kidding me? It is so shiny and so vibrant. And there's also like Backlash, Screenshot. And then we can't forget about these 2 reds. Fake Famous and then Depleted. Like, this curation of shades is just something else. It is so special. I love this palette. I love this palette. Every time I open it, I feel so inspired. I love every single look I've created with it. I did not expect for this to be at the tippy top of my list, but it really is. I just love it. I love it. Look at the dip I already have in Digital Zombie. Like, I am 100% going to hit pan on this. Hold on, let me get you a little closer. Okay, favorite lip product. Originally my answer was the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip. Okay, so these are like the longest lasting lip oils I've ever tried. They make your lips look so juicy. Actually, I have this clear one. Like, let me see if you can see what they look like. I don't know what a wrist swatch of a lip oil is gonna do, but here. This is shade 01, my main. And then this is Scrollin. This is definitely warmer leaning. And I love that they actually have pigment to them. And then the last one I have is Supermodel. This one is great to just like add a little bit of color. Because it's like a Barbie pink, but it's sheer. I feel like kind of brightens up your face. But I just love this formula so much. Here they are. I literally just tried these for the first time recently. I have been wearing them every single day since I bought them. Like, I love these so much. These are the ROM&ND Glasting Melting Balm, which I bought because of Teresa and Cine reviews. They both speak really highly of this formula, and I was like, what is the hype all about? I have to try this for myself. And they just look absolutely incredible on the lips. Okay, so I have, this is 06 Kaya Fig, and then this one is 07 Mauve Whip. And something about this formula makes your lips look so plump and juicy and delicious and hydrated. Doesn't accentuate any lines. It just looks incredible. So low maintenance. Again, it lasts a long time on my lips. And it's just perfect. It's everything I want in a lip formula. It does have a strong scent to it. So if you're averse to scents, do not recommend, because it's definitely a potent smell. But these just look absolutely incredible on the lips. They feel incredible. They're just the perfect specimens. Favorite complexion product. This was another recommendation from Teresa. This is a Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow Highlighter. This, I think, is just supposed to be like a liquid highlighter, but I treat this as like a Charlotte Tilbury, Hollywood Flawless Filter, e.l.f. Halo Glow, that sort of thing. But what I love about this is that it's like that type of product, but it's without all of the fillers. You know how they feel like they have like a bunch of silicones, and I'm not like trying to be like, ooh, silicones are bad. But it just gets straight to the point. It just gives you the glow. You know what I mean? Without any bulk or fillers or anything. Let me swatch it for you. Just do a tiny bit. I just put a tiny bit on the highest points of my cheeks, a little bit on the top of my forehead, and just like buff it into my skin. I don't really like wearing foundation, so I just like kind of apply this and then I spot conceal. But do you see? It just gives the most natural looking, beautiful, glossy skin look. It is so stunning on the skin. Look how much I've used already. Like, I have used probably about 2/3 of this, and I feel like I've only had it since the summer. So I've just been using this like pretty much every time I do my makeup. I just love it. The only caveat is I definitely am going through this faster than I've gone through like a Hollywood Flawless Filter, but I think it is less expensive. Next question. Favorite single shadow from my palette. You already know. If you watch this channel, you know what this is. Obviously, it's Ice Blink. Like, come on. Surprisingly, I did not cheat on this question. I was gonna just do all 10 of my collab shades, but I just feel like Ice Blink has been goated. I was talking to Millie the other day, and she's like, I was like, Ice Blink is your legacy. Like, I really feel like it is. It's just, I'm so proud of it. I love all of my collab shades, obviously, but I'm just particularly proud of Ice Blink because I just feel like the level of twinkle that we have achieved with this eyeshadow is something really special. And it's just like feedback we've gotten from people with all different preferences, all different ages, all different skill levels, and still like so many people love this shade just as much as I do. It makes me so happy, and I'm just so grateful for the response we've gotten to this. But yeah, it has to be Ice Blink. I probably should have led with this, but if you're new here, I do have a collaboration with Shine by SC Cosmetics called the Earthborn Collection. There are 10 shades in it, and this is one of the 10 shades called Ice Blink. Next one is something I'm excited to wear for the holiday season. This is so basic, but I'm really excited to wear a juicy red lip and a twinkly neutral eyeshadow. Just like that combination. A topper shade on my lids by itself, some mascara, and then a juicy red lip. 3 lips in particular that I'm thinking of. First is the ROM&ND Juicy Lasting Tint in Cherry Bomb. This is the juiciest, reddest lip. It's gorgeous. And then this is more of a sheer red. This is Fête from Glossier Ultra Lip. This is for more of like a subtle moment. These are actually really similar. This is a little bit cooler tone though. Has more blue in it. And then this is more of a like flattering red for me. This is the Shiseido Visionary Gel Lipstick in Shizuka Red. This is more of like a subdued red. But I'm just excited to have a delicious red lip, a twinkly eye, and just keep it real simple. I feel like there's nothing more festive than that. I know that's such a basic answer, but it's just what I'm feeling. Biggest disappointment of the year. Honestly, it's realizing that Viseart repeats their shades. I will link down the video of the Courage palette where I came to that realization, but they repeat their shimmer shadows. I just have these in front of me. These were gifted to me in PR from the brand, but these are the palettes. Like, for example, this shade is in multiple palettes. This shade is in multiple palettes. This shade is in multiple palettes, but they're named different things, and I just feel like that's shady. I don't like that at all because it leads people to believe they're getting something different when they're just buying duplicates if they have a Viseart collection. Like I said in my other video, brands need to be more transparent about that sort of thing. But anyway, it was disappointing to find that out because I love Viseart so much, and I was so excited when they asked to send me PR. But I had to be negative and point that out, and I probably will never receive PR from them again, which is fine. I'll just buy something if I want it. But yeah, that was very disappointing because I love Viseart, like I said. Product you will probably declutter in 2024. So I'm probably going to declutter most, if not all, of my matte single shadows because I just don't use them. I really don't reach for them ever, and they're kind of just festering in my collection. I really just only reach for my Natasha Denona or Viseart mattes, or the BellaBeautéBar Best Mattes palette, or if I'm creating a look with a palette, I'll use the mattes in that palette. But other than that, like my matte single shadows, I feel like they could get so much more love in someone else's home who maybe would be able to appreciate them more, or maybe is more interested in creating like custom palettes with them or whatever. So I'm probably going to pass those along to someone else. Biggest happy surprise of the year was the Unearthly Cosmetics Sorceress Smoke palette. If you haven't seen my Unearthly videos, I basically took a giant shit all over their Don't Be Jelly palette. I was very harsh on it, and I was honestly shocked that I didn't get kicked off the PR list. They ended up sending me this palette and another one, and this palette has been, like, the only reason I didn't put this as my favorite palette of the year is because I've really only had it for a short time, and I haven't gotten as much use out of it as I have the other two palettes. But I think, like, if you asked me this in a few months, this would be right up there as my favorite palette. This is, like, my perfect everyday palette because, first of all, the mattes are just, like, my perfect muted everyday colors. And then the shimmers, like, specifically the shade Potent. Let me redo that swatch because I was out of frame. It's the most twinkly. Oh my gosh. It is just so, so beautiful. And, like, these two topper shades, Sorceress and Transfixed, they're just so beautiful. Like, these are completely unlike the shimmer formula in the palette that I hated, and I love these so much. It's, like, the perfect everyday palette for me. I love it. But anyway, it was just a happy surprise in general that the brand, like, heard the feedback from myself and others who were unhappy with the formula in the Don't Be Jelly palette, and they took that into serious consideration and made improvements, and I just love to see that. I love to see it. So that was a happy surprise. And also another happy surprise has been just the amount of support you guys have shown me on my YouTube channel. I'm blown away constantly every time I upload a video. You guys are so kind and engaging and, like, uplifting, and I appreciate every single one of you so much. Like, seriously, I don't even know how to express it in words. You guys are just amazing. I'm so, so grateful for all of you. Like, thank you. Thank you. Product you would gift to loved ones this winter. Okay, I have two answers because it depends on the price point. Okay, for, like, a lower price point, well, okay, we're not even talking about loved ones in my real life, because if it was a loved one in my real life, they would be like, why are you giving me makeup? I don't care about makeup. I literally don't know anyone in my real life who even passively cares about makeup. Like, literally. So I'm thinking of, like, a loved one who's, like, a makeup girly, a makeup friend, you know what I mean? A product I would give to a loved one. Okay, so if it's, like, a lower budget, I would give them the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye palette. This was sent to me in PR. I'll indicate anything I received in PR in the description box. This is another recent addition to my collection, but I just think this is so perfect and giftable because it has all these beautiful, like, topper-like shades, has great mattes, beautiful. Like, are you kidding me? This packaging is stunning, and I've used this a few times now, and I just love the shimmers in here. I think they look incredible on the eyes. I think they're easy to work with, and I think this is just a really cute curated color story that a lot of people will get along with. I think even if you're, like, a neutrals lover, if you like color, there's a couple pops of color in here. It's just perfect. Perfect, sweet little gift that I think most people would enjoy who like makeup. If it's a bigger budget, I would give them the Deep Sea Treasures palette from Clionadh Cosmetics. I think it has such a good assortment of different formulas, finishes, and texture. And come on, Saltwater Pearl. If you watch my videos, you know, like, Saltwater Pearl is everything. It is, oh my god. Do you see this? I love Saltwater Pearl. I would, if I could just extract Saltwater Pearl, I would give that to everyone I know. But there's just such a good variety of different shades in here. Like, you have these, like, more glitter type multi-chromes, the bends and fool's gold. You have these more, like, smooth, opaque multi-chromes, these three. Why don't I just swatch the whole thing for you? You have this chunky boy, Ring of Fire, and then you have this one, Scuba, which is interesting. I don't have much to say about Scuba, but the rest of them, I'm like, yes, I love them. I just think this is such a good gift because I feel like it's something not many people would be able to justify buying for themselves because it is an expensive palette, and, you know, a lot of us who collect shadows are probably like, oh, I'd rather just buy singles or whatever, but I also think it's a great product, so it's something I feel like would be a good gift. I feel like great gifts are something that you want, but you couldn't justify buying for yourself, you know what I mean? I feel like this is something like that. So if it was a bigger budget, I would do this Deep Sea Treasures palette, which is also sent to me in PR, sorry, I forgot to say that. If it's a smaller budget, the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye palette, both fantastic, highly recommend. Next question, I cheated on this once again. This is a product you want to explore more in 2024. Two things. One, bronzer in general. So this is the Phytosurgeon's Spectral Sunlight Cream Bronzer. They gave this to me as a birthday gift. Okay, so I have not worn bronzer since like 2018 because I was tired of looking orange. Every bronzer looks orange on me and I was just tired of looking orange. So I stopped wearing bronzer altogether. I was just like explicitly a blush girly. I was interested in these bronzers because they're supposed to be like natural, realistic, quote unquote, looking bronzers. So Phytosurgeons sent me this for my birthday. This is Golden Daybreak. And this is one of the like golden leaning bronzers. They have like rosy and golden ones. But anyway, I've worn this pretty much every time I've done my makeup because I love how it looks. It does what I feel like a bronzer is supposed to do, which is like add a little bit of warmth and dimension to your face as opposed to just adding an orange cast. So I'd love to try some new bronzer formulas. I'm interested to see what else is out there. Like I'd love to see if maybe there's a powder formula I like, if there's anything else that has this like natural, non-orange cast. But yeah, just in general, I'd love to kind of delve back into bronzers. Next thing is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 5 palette. I owe you guys a video doing looks with this. I haven't forgotten about it. I actually filmed 3 of them and I'm so mad because I went back and looked at the footage and it was just busted. So I have to do that all over again and I'm just like mad, so I've been putting it off. But I haven't forgotten about it. I promise I'm working on it. It's gonna come because I know a lot of people have either gotten this Sephora sale or Black Friday sales and you're gonna want some inspo for looks. So I promise it's in the works. But yeah, I'd love to just experiment more with this, get to know the different formulas. I feel like with all the holiday release craziness, I didn't really get a chance to fully appreciate this, and I really want to, especially since it was not cheap. Yeah, would love to get a lot of use out of this in 2024. I feel like it's an iconic piece of makeup history, and I've always missed out on the previous Lightwork, so I'm really glad to have this one. Okay. Oh my god, I really cheated on this one. I'm so sorry. Favorite brand of 2023. Okay, I have 4 answers. I'm sorry. Okay, first one, obviously, Shine by SD. I'm pulling out Ice Blink as a representation. And guys, I promise I'm working on my Shine by SD guide video. I'm really going to try to get it up before the end of this year. But those videos take me so freaking long. Like, you do not understand. They take me so long because I have to do all the B-roll of the swatches and then I have to do a giant Google Doc describing all the shades. It's a huge freaking project. I promise it's in the works. But yeah. Anyway, Shine by SD, obviously, I am biased because I have a collab with the brand and just because I had that opportunity to let my vision come to life, I'm going to love the brand. Like, I am so, so grateful for that opportunity. It still blows my mind that I was able to do that. And just like the response we've gotten to the collab is just, I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Okay, anyway, Shine by SD, long story short, one of the 4. Next one, I had to pull out my nail polishes. I had to pull out my Cliona nail polishes. I love these so much. These should have been also my answer for biggest happy surprise of the year. But, okay, so Cliona Cosmetics, I feel like they've just been killing it this year. They had the Deep Sea Treasures palette. They had their jeweled lights, their dimensionals. And I just, like, Cliona is just a brand I get so excited about. Like, I get really into the lore of it all. I just think it's so fun. I think part of it, and I was thinking, like, what is it about Cliona that is so appealing to me? And I think it's because their branding is so good. Their quality is so consistent. They're so, like, they're the most professional brand I've ever worked with. They're just incredible. But anyway, the other thing is, their polishes have made me a nail polish girl. Like, I love them so much, okay? I love them so, so much. Okay, this is Dark and Stormy. Look how pretty this is. I have these on just, like, regular blank press-on nails. But Dark and Stormy is incredible. Just all of theirs. Radiance, the best, the best. All of them. Après 8, love them, love them, love them. Their polishes, highly recommend. I have a few more coming. Do you want to see a video on the polishes, by the way? BellaBeautéBar, a brand that caught me so off guard. When they first reached out to me to send me PR, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll try it. You know, I was interested. I've heard people talking about them, but I was not expecting to completely freaking fall in love with their products. I love their palettes so much. Like, I never used to really be a palette girly. Like, I used to either depot or repan my palettes. But BellaBeautéBar has gotten me so excited about, like, their curated color stories. I think they're just so inspiring. I love their matte formula. I love all their shimmers. I just love them, and I love their hand pressed shadows too. They're a brand that I get so excited when I see they're coming out with a release. Definitely up there. I'm so excited to see what they do in the future. And then finally, Phytosurgence. I'm biased towards all these brands, by the way, because I've either worked with them in some capacity or I've been gifted products from them. So just keep that in mind. But Phytosurgence is another brand that I just freaking love. Their cream blushes are my favorite blush formula ever. Love their bronzer, as I've said. Their moisturizer, my husband swears by it. And I just love the people behind it are just incredible. I love the brand's ethos. I love how transparent they are. I love that they enforce boundaries. They're just incredible. Love Phytosurgence. It was hard to narrow it down to 4 brands because I feel like indie brands have just been killing it this year. And I love supporting indie brands. I love it so much. A brand you want to try in 2024. Okay, there's a few right now. One, I want to try Joycey. I hope I pronounced that right. I've seen a few people talking about them in particular. I've seen Millie Back to the Brow posted a reel of one of their eyeshadows. It looks incredible. Jess Yesica on Instagram also has said this is her favorite brand. So I really want to try their products. Next one, Flower Nose. Their stuff looks incredible. The packaging looks incredible. The eyeshadows look really beautiful. Really want to give them a try. One of their eyeshadow palettes, some of their blushes, they look beautiful. Oh, I also want to try Glaminatrix. I have not tried them, believe it or not, but their Fairy Lights palette is high up on my radar. I might pick that up when they restock it. And then finally, Gloss Gods. They have a palette, I think it's called the Sound of Rain, the Water of Rain, or something like that. I forget what it's called, but it looks so beautiful. And then I think they have a couple neutral palettes that I'm really interested in. They're an EU-based brand, and I know a lot of you are in the EU. Now I'm going to go back to my outro, which I already filmed before I answered this question. But those are my answers. I feel like I've been talking for so long, but hopefully I can edit this down to a reasonable length. Thank you, Cassie, for coming up with this tag. This was really fun to come up with answers for. Please take part in the tag. I would really love to see it. I think tags are so fun. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it helpful. I don't know if you really find this helpful, but I hope you found it fun. I hope you enjoyed the journey. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.